Sandra, you're up next.
Nice.
Sandra, it's no secret that Eastern Washington market is on fire right now. And as a solo agent who closed 57 transactions last year, you know firsthand just how crazy your market has gotten. What are some of the main causes that spurred a buying frenzy in your market, and what are you doing to both capitalize and support the massive demand for affordable housing?
Jesus Christ, Jeremy, did you change those questions?
All right, so the first question.
No, I got it. I heard it. They just sounded different. Well, let me tell you that you got to treat others the same way you would like to be treated.
Yes, absolutely.
I believe that every single client deserves to be treated the same way, but not only that, we have to invest all the passion and effort to make that transaction work. And that's how we close our transactions. Now, I would like to say that once you get all of those elements together, well, there's no way around it. It's just gonna work.
Yeah.
The snowball will start, creating, and eventually will start rolling. And it's just unstoppable. One client will just refer you to another, and that's how it is.
I love it. I love it. So, when did you actually get into the business of selling homes?
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
I'm a
3
baby.
years ago?
Wow.
Yeah.
And you're already doing 57 transactions in a year? Oh my God.
Yes, well, let me tell you, or let me clarify that last year, 48 of my transactions were regular buying and selling representations.
Okay.
The rest of the others were transactions that were acquired through either for sale by owners, off-market properties, action, foreclosures, etc. And obviously, that's the way we've been affording, or we've been able to support affordable housing. We buy these properties at discounted prices. Obviously, we can, if we buy inexpensive, we can sell affordable.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, not just that, you're also building as well, aren't you?
Yes, we are. We're developing.
Yeah, so I'd love to learn more about that. You have a few projects going on, correct?
Well, yes, they're almost done, thank God. Talking about developing,
Yes.
they're almost completed. They're all sold out.
Wow.
They're all
Wow.
sold out. We're just waiting for finals. We should be closing somewhere around 2 weeks the most.
That's incredible. Well, you've been doing it for 3 years, but I think you have a slight advantage because most real estate agents don't have the business background that you have. And so you have a lot of entrepreneurial experience. I'd love to learn a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I started in the selling business when I was a very little girl. Obviously, as you can tell, I have an accent because my background is Hispanic. My parents, when we migrated here, we were so poor that we didn't know, my mom didn't know there was a winter time in which she had to save money, and they were working in the orchards. And she's very good at making tamales and figure out things, So I remember that first winter we spent here, she started cooking and tamales, chicharrones, chorizo, everything possible. Every Mexican thing you like, she knows how to do. So we were out there selling, and that's how we started. Out of the sudden, out of having nothing, we were able to create a wealth, and little wealth, but then it started growing.
Awesome, awesome. So not just building homes, but you're also in the process of building a really cool project right now on Columbia River. I'd love to learn more about that.
Yes, that is in the making. That is a project that I have between my sister. It's my family. It's more called glamping.
Yeah.
Let's put it that
Yeah.
way. It's like camping with glamour. I was telling you guys a few minutes ago. Yes, that is my dream project.
Yeah.
Personally, that's something I wanted to do when we started business 3 years ago in real estate. That was one of the major focus. I do live near the Columbia River.
Right.
So for me, it was like, what can we do with this river? I mean, it's like right there.
Yeah.
We should do something. And then this opportunity came up, and it seems to be that it will be beautiful. So you guys will be invited once we are ready.
100%. So just to clarify, there's a total of 17 acres right on the river, backdrop of the beautiful mountains, and the idea is to build out A-frame style homes, correct?
That is the intention. We're still in the process of figuring out exactly what we can add to it.
Okay.
It will be family oriented. We will have regular campsites. The intention is to have some few teepees because obviously we have that environment as well.
Sure.
It's temporary though. All of
Okay.
these are temporary structures, and the intention of it is just to bring a different touch to the area.
I think that's a great idea, and I think it's going to be amazing. I know right where that's at, and I think you're going to have fabulous success with it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful area.
Awesome.
Yep, I agree.
Do you guys have any questions for her on that?
I do. Go ahead.
Your clients that you worked with last year,
Yes.
or the last 3 years, or even in the broader market out there, are you seeing a higher percentage of second homes, primary first-time home buyers, primary residences, investment properties? Where are you seeing that mix in your area of Eastern Washington?
I do see most of my buyers are primary first time home buyers. Then these clients had been referring me to their other family members, friends, etc. And there are also first time home buyers. However, I had started this year selling the second house, the second home for my first time home buyers and that was 2 years ago. When I started, it was the third year. So let's say they've been on either house 2 to 3 years, and we're already jumping into the second one. And I can say or answer on a 20% on that of
Okay.
those clients coming back. So that's awesome. I mean, they're coming back. They love it.
Well, there's nothing like the value you feel like you're adding to a family when they're buying their first home, and they're so appreciative of it, and it's such a easy thing to be passionate about for them, and that's
true.
what drives that work ethic I seem to have.
And mainly in the Hispanic community, where a lot of people just don't understand the language. The language is a major barrier, and whenever they have this realtor that is, right there on them, guiding them through the first, second, third step, and working the extra mile. Now, after even closing, they end up having way more questions, and sometimes they just don't know where to go. And the realtor is still there. I mean, you'll have them forever. They'll be there.
Amazing. I love that. Right on. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.